My body looks significantly different now than it did then. I'll throw some pictures up here. And I'm like, what, 15 to 20 pounds heavier and look way better. So this is why I harp so much on, particularly with clients, not just focusing on the scale.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. I'm a women's online fitness coach. I've been a trainer for almost a decade now, and my goal and passion is to help women in their 30s become their healthiest, happiest, and hottest selves, because I'm about to turn 34 and my 30s have been significantly better than my 20s. If you're not new here, I want to say I appreciate you for coming back, hanging out with me again. The support means more to me than you will ever know. So today we are going to be doing a mic'd up leg day. This is our pre-workout for the day. I typically change up my pre-workout just based off of how I feel, what taste I'm going for. This is the rainbow candy, and I'm a big fan of this flavor. It's one of my favorites. I've also noticed with Oxy Shred, I do not take it for the fat burning aspect like they advertise. Honestly, I just think this is a good pre-workout. Like, it doesn't make me lose my fucking mind, but it gives me enough caffeine, it gives me some focus, and I like the taste, and you know, why not? But we're gonna hit a leg day today, and I realized I have not filmed a leg day for you guys since my gym got a whole bunch of new leg equipment. So I go to a private gym here in Vegas, and the owner is really about investing in the gym, which I love. There's a lot of like IFBB pros and, you know, fit professionals that go to my gym. So having really great equipment is just super important. And I just have fantastic workouts. So I'm excited to show you guys what equipment we've gotten in since the last time you've been here and kind of catch you up on some stuff. I have been struggling the last week, just mentally, physically. So 2 weekends ago, I went to a concert, and then the next day I started feeling really shitty. I got sick. It was like, I get bronchitis, so it was like heavy chest, all of that stuff. And then my grandfather passed, so I went out of town to go to his memorial, and I've been back, but this past week has just been awful. And the reason is I started my period yesterday, and I'm not one for self-diagnosing at all. I hate how self-diagnosing has become very trendy and popular, and everyone has anxiety and everyone has this and that and one thing and another. But I do feel like there's something more going on with me when it comes to that time of the month in regards to like PMS symptoms. Like, I don't really get cramps or anything, but my mental state is absolutely horrendous. Like, the week before, the days leading up, like, I feel like the world is ending. I have no motivate, like the depression that I will get into for like the 4 to 5 days before I start my period. My camera fell off the holder, so if the angle's weird, I apologize. But basically, my depression the few days before I start my period is honestly kind of debilitating. Like, I feel like the world is ending. I feel like I have zero motivation. I feel like everything is pointless. Like, I haven't posted on social media in like probably 5 days because I just felt like, what's the point? No one cares. It doesn't matter. Like, my mindset is just, it's hard. I'm emotional. I have such a short fuse. I will just start bawling. Like, I get these are all regular PMS symptoms as well, but like, it actually, like, it really does affect my life significantly the few days before I start every month. And it's so frustrating because I'm such a motivated like person. I love being a healthy, happy individual. And then those few days just literally will like destroy the 3 weeks prior that I had worked really hard to build. So like, I have honestly been eating like shit, very not productive, sitting on the couch. Like, it's been rough. And I've researched, and like, there is this thing called PMDD, which is like a more severe version of PMS. And the only thing that can fix it is to get on medication or like birth control. And I have an IUD, I have a non-hormonal, I have Paragard. And I really just don't want to incorporate hormones. Like, everything works really well. Like, I have a 28-day cycle. It's very consistent. Other than the emotional and the depression side of things, My period's kind of a breeze. I'm very lucky on that aspect. So I don't want to like change things by adding hormones and then it just messing everything else up too. So it's just a frustrating place to be, and I'm not trying to complain about it because we all have symptoms we go through, we all have things we deal with, but it's rough. And so I started yesterday. I feel a lot better today. I'm excited for this workout. I know leg day on day 1 of your period, day 2, but honestly, like, I feel good. I want to get this workout in. I ate like shit yesterday, so I kind of want to, I don't even want to say I ate like shit. I ate a lot of extra food yesterday, so I want to utilize those calories, those carbs for this leg day so I can help grow my glutes. That's how I look at things. Is I don't look at like, oh man, I need to go punish myself because I overate. It's no, I'm going to utilize that extra food. I'm looking at it as fuel, right? I'm going to use it towards building my glutes, building my legs, whatever. So yeah, let's take this pre-workout and head inside. Cheers.
Alrighty, so we're gonna start leg day with leg extensions, hamstring curls, and abductions, just to get like blood flowing, warming up. These are not working sets. Like, these are not super challenging. It's just to get the blood flowing. Oh, and I've had people ask me, like, why do I drink my pre-workout in the car and not at home? Honestly, because it like hits me really, really quickly. I'm like that with everything. Like, if I drink alcohol, like literally within like 10 minutes, I'm already feeling like tingly and stuff like that, and edible so fast. So like, if I drink pre-workout at home, even though I live like 5 minutes from the gym, it's too much. Like, it hits me on the way here and I don't like that feeling. So again, we're going to do like 2 sets, just get warmed up, jump to hamstring curls, abductions, and then get into some lifts. It's going to be more of a glute focused, hamstring focused leg day, a little bit of quads thrown in there too. So quads are the front, hamstrings are the back. When you're doing your lying down hamstring curls, pause for a second at the top and really squeeze. Flex your feet and drive through your heels. People use way too much momentum when doing these, so squeeze those hamstrings. I just like watched back that clip of what my hair looked like from the back, and it looks so ridiculous. I did my hair like this last night because I went on the strip with my boyfriend. We just kind of like hung out, gambled a little bit, and we were trying to go to this speakeasy. And most of the like secret speakeasies here are just like first come, first serve. But when we got there, they were like, you need a reservation. And I was like, to a hidden speakeasy, but whatever. The only reason I wanted to go was because they had an ube espresso martini, which ube is my literal favorite flavor of anything. And then an espresso martini on top of that. Yes, please. Okay, next we're going to do abductions. And this is one of the new pieces of equipment. They had this abduction machine at my old gym back in South Carolina, and it's like my absolute favorite. So I was really excited when they got it, and this is why I like it. You can adjust the angle of the seat, and if you do it leaning further back, you're going to work more of like your upper glute area, which is an area I need help with. So I like to superset this in 2 ways. Go ahead and warm up with a 45. And then we'll probably add a 25 for our working set. So I'm going to do it leaning back first, and then I'm going to do it seated forward, and you'll see what I mean. My friend Stacy back in South Carolina is actually the one who kind of like showed me the superset, and believe me, your glutes are going to be on fire. So first we're going to lean back into it. I scoot my butt a little bit off the seat. Press. Press. This weight is way too light, but we'll warm up this first set and then we'll add more. So we're going to do about 15 of these, and then we're going to do the lean forward version. So you're going to put your hands on these handles right here, scoot to the very front of the seat, and then press open. And I know it looks like very, very inappropriate, but I promise you it's going to burn in the best way possible. All right, we're going to add more weight, and I'm going to move the camera so you can see me better. Okay, add the 25. So also, you know what's crazy? How I was talking about the whole PMDD, anxiety, emotional stuff. I tried to film a workout like 3 different times last week. And every single time my anxiety would get the best of me. Like, it is really hard to go into a gym and film yourself talking to your phone like this, even though I go to a gym where people are filming themselves all day, there's professional photo shoots all the time. It's just really intimidating. And then with feeling how I was feeling, I just couldn't get myself to do it. And it makes me so mad because, like, I always tell myself, like, don't care what other people think about you. They're not paying your bills. They don't know if you've got 1 follower or 10,000 or a million. So, like, I need to come in here confident, just doing my thing, ready to film, because I love doing this for you guys. It's actually like really fun for me. But it was just this past week, I just couldn't get past myself. So, this is something I really believe in. If you're struggling with it, with something massive, whether it's nutrition, fitness, personal, anxiety, whatever, find some way to like work with it versus always trying to fight it, because we only have so much willpower, right? And I got so mad at myself every single time last week I tried to come and film, because I was like, Lisa, you've done it so many times, like, get over it, just do it. And I couldn't. So I was thinking about it yesterday and I was like, okay, what can I do the next time before I start my period and I feel this way? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically the week before, 2 weeks before I start, I'm going to film like 2 to 3 YouTube videos that week. So then I'm kind of ahead of the game and I'm not like fighting myself when I'm already so emotionally unstable, if that makes sense. And so that is like a principle that you can apply to every aspect of your life. So, for instance, one of my clients, I was reading her check-in this past week, and she struggles with satiety, feeling full. She feels like she never eats enough, even though her calories are high, like her macros are good. It's not that she's not eating enough. I think she's got some hormonal imbalances, which she's working on with her doctor right now. But she was really excited in her check-in because she realized that a lot of her like binging, overeating was happening right before bed. Like, that's when she was craving it the most. So what she ended up doing was, instead of battling herself every single day when she's already exhausted from having kids, working 2 jobs, being a spouse, cleaning the house, like, she's already exhausted. So rather than fight herself every night, and sometimes she can work past it and sometimes she can't, she decided to save some of her macros and just consume those right before bed. And she said it has made a world of a difference for her. And so I think there's a difference between being disciplined and, like, being able to say no, or going to the gym when you don't want to. But I think there's also an aspect of it of like not having to fight yourself on every single fucking decision in your life and finding ways to make things work for you. So for her, saving the macros before bed, life changing. For me, filming 2 to 3 YouTube videos before I become the highly anxious, emotional, irrational Lisa will save me a lot of anguish and, like, at the end, because I'll have my work done, I'll be ahead. And if I end up filming some during that week, cool, then I'm even more ahead of the game. But I'm not just going to continuously fight myself because I feel like I have to, if that makes sense. And I lost count of how many I did. So we're just going to jump to these ones. When I trained in person, I was terrible at counting for my clients. So I'd be like, if you're not going to count, I'll do my best, but I'm not a mathematician. So you may end up doing extra reps, just a heads up. And the amount of times I'd be training someone and I'd be like, 2 more. And they'd look at me like, are you joking? I'd be like, I wasn't counting. I'm sorry. You have to count. All right. So we are going to do single leg deficit reverse lunges, which I know you can't see right now, but I'll show you a behind angle too. So we're in a Smith machine. I've got a step down here, so that way I'm elevated. And what I'm going to do is stand on the step and do reverse lunges. And this is going to allow me to get more depth in my lunge, which is going to help my glutes, or target more of my glutes. So we're going to do about 10 per leg with 10s on each side. And then there's a good chance to take 10s off, put 25s, try to get 8 to 10. Really just depends on how I'm feeling. So now we're under, and then we're going to lunge it back. And I'm slightly leaning forward. while I'm doing this, and I'm driving through the heel of the foot that's on the step. When I drive through the heel, I'm taking the pressure off the knee, and it's going to be more glute and hamstring focused. I also decided just now that we're going to superset these with hip thrusts, because I noticed when I film, I don't superset a ton, but like I love supersetting. I get a better sweat. I feel like I'm working better. So we're going to superset with some bench hip thrusts. I have no dumbbells over here, and to be honest, I don't want to bring them from way over there. So we're just going to use a plate for these hip thrusts. Real simple. When you do a hip thrust, you want like the bottom of your shoulder blades to be on the edge of the bench. Okay? This might not work like I thought it would. Up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And I'm gonna be super blunt with you guys. I'm actually like quite disappointed in myself and my focus the last 2-3 weeks. I know I have excuses, I have reasons that can justify everything, right? I got sick, my grandfather passed, I went out of town, my period, like all of that. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that's made choices that's made my body not feel as good as it could be feeling. And what I mean by that is like the last 2-3 weeks, my nutrition has been off. My workouts haven't been as great. And I'm kind of bummed because this upcoming weekend, more stuff going on, is the Backstreet Boys concert. And Friday, my cousin and her husband are coming up for the weekend. And Friday, we have a day booked in a cabana at the Venetian at the pool, which is exciting. But I'm not feeling super awesome about my physique right now, which is shitty because like a month ago, I felt the best I think I ever had. I even ordered a new bikini for it. Like if you've seen on Instagram, it's the brand Kuhlikinis, Kuhli. And they have this really cute burgundy leopard print bikini. And it's a thong. And I was really excited. And I got it last week and I tried it on and I just felt like a stuffed sausage. And I'm really bummed about it because I wanted to like go to the pool just feeling the most confident I ever have and like take photos for social media and all this stuff. And I know I can still do that, but it sucks when you are feeling like on top of the world and now you feel like you've just let yourself down. When you take the personal responsibility and you're like, I'm the one that made the fucking choices that have me feeling this way. So, you know, it's not like I'm throwing a Hail Mary this next week, but I'm like, all right, we're going to be intentional. We're going to get our workouts in. We're not using any fucking excuses. And we're going to feel good Friday, regardless of what I look like. I told myself, you are going to feel good. Whether I end up wearing that bikini or end up wearing something else, I'm just going to pick something that makes me feel good and confident and have a good time. Okay, and here's the view of the lunges from the back. Okay, so you see my step. It is pushed forward because I don't want it to be in line with this because I'm stepping back, right? We're going to get under our bar. Shoulders down and back to place the bar on your back, right? Feet are elevated. Lean forward, down, push up through the heel. And you can alternate or do single legs. Up to you. Today I feel like alternating. And I do want to say that like I am confident in my body and like I will wear a bikini regardless. I don't want you guys to think I'm saying like I don't have a bikini body. But I think when you just felt so good about yourself and like you're like, yes, all the hard work I'm paying like is paying off and I'm looking the way I want to. And then you slack on yourself when you've been doing so well. It's just frustrating. And like I'm mad at myself because if I would have just kept my shit together for the last few weeks, who knows what I'd look like right now. But like I said, we're still going to wear a cute bikini. We're still going to have a good time. We're not going to stress about our body. I even bought like a little the little waist feed thingies. So I got to try on all my swimsuits and kind of see what feels good. But I am looking forward to it. So we've got that. And then we've got dinner that night, and then the next day we've got the Backstreet Boys concert. And I'm so freaking excited. Okay, we are gonna get set up for cable RDLs and leg glute cable kickbacks. So I'm gonna show you a few tricks for this because a lot of women do cable kickbacks wrong and put way too much strain on their lower back. So I want to show you how to not do that. And then cable RDLs are a great option for RDLs if maybe you don't have quite the grip strength to go really heavy on a barbell, or if your gym doesn't have barbells, or if it's a busy day and like everything else is taken. I like to do this option because sometimes my grip just gives out doing this with dumbbells. And so this is a really good option. Plus it gives you like resistance to counterbalance you. So if you struggle with like engaging, this can be really awesome. So we're going to put a single handle and we're going to lower it down to the bottom. Okay, so let's start with the RDL first. So remember a few RDL principles. You want your weight more in the heels. You want to bend at the hips. Remember, this is not an up down, this is a forward. Imagine like you're a bucket or a teapot getting tipped over. We're going to grab our handle with both hands, step back, feet about hip distance apart, knees are soft. I'm going to push my hips back. See how my hamstrings are engaging? Drive through my hips, squeeze my glutes. Do an ugly squeeze. Think Nacho Libre. Anaconda squeeze, right? I'm in my recreational pants. Squeeze. And it's allowing you to stretch and squeeze. And remember, it's not up, down. I'm stretching and then squeezing. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready for, hopefully you can hear me. Now we're gonna get ready for a kickback. So you're gonna get like a 25-pound or 45-pound plate. And you're gonna set that on the floor, a couple feet from the cable. You're gonna stick your foot through the handle. I'm lazy, guys. If you wanna do ankle straps, totally go for it, but I'm just way too lazy, okay? Oop, you cannot do the same weight. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put your non-foot working foot on the weight. You're gonna go up. Okay. Then you're gonna go out, in, out, in. And you can see literally none of my body, nothing other than my glutes and my legs are moving. I'm not like swinging my whole body. It's a very controlled movement. And my toe is slightly turned in and I'm driving through my heel. Oh, I lied. I said we were going to do cable kickbacks, didn't I? Okay, no. So we're doing abductions. I'll show you how to do kickbacks as well because we have a kickback machine that I'd rather use, but I'll show you how to do them. So again, put that on your heel. You're going to use your plate. Might be a little further away for this one. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the pole. I'm going to keep my foot flexed. And I'm going to go up and down. And what you can see is I'm not weaving forward and back, right? My upper body is stationary. And I'm just driving through that heel. You need nice control over this. I'll see women like with it moving all over the place. Probably too heavy. Go lighter and control the weight. And you can see my other leg is slightly bent to give it support. All right, back to RDLs. Remember with RDLs, we need shoulders down and back. Down, up and squeeze. And when I go down, I'm not letting my back collapse, right? I'm keeping my shoulder blades tucked into my back pocket the entire time. I almost went and saw The Weeknd last night because as my boyfriend and I were driving to the Strip, I realized Allegiant, the big stadium here, was super busy. And I was like, wait a minute, The Weeknd is here. And I like looked it up and there was tickets for like $40. But he's not the biggest Weeknd fan and the seats were in the nosebleeds. And I guess he went and saw a concert there, and he said the acoustics were terrible. I think he saw Elton John there or something. So I was like, fine, we won't go see The Weeknd. Alrighty, we're gonna do pendulum squats next, and then we're gonna do glute kickbacks on the glute kickback machine that I actually want to use. And then we'll do adductions for our inner thighs, and then we'll be done. I think we've done a lot today. And I'm glad I recorded this workout because now I see how ridiculous my little Mulan bun looks from the back. So we might have to figure out a better way to wear this hairstyle. But I love pendulum squats. I know this is not in a lot of gyms, but it's my favorite squat machine. And I want it to be more glute focused, so my feet are wider and my toes are pointed out slightly. And I'm pushing my knees apart as I'm coming up. This one allows me to hit depth without hurting my knees or without my tight ankles being a problem. And I know I brought my client up earlier that was like struggling with the binging before bed and things like that. But another thing I want to talk about just super fast is not using the scale as your only point of reference to your progress. I'll throw one of her pictures up here. Her weight has been fluctuating a ton recently because she's got some health stuff going on. But you can see the significant difference between when we started working together versus now. She's her like lowest point, she's lost 10 pounds. Right now, she's sitting around 7, 8 pounds down, but the progress is just phenomenal. Like it looks way more than 10 pounds. And that's because her body is recomping. So she's losing tons of body fat, building muscle. And to me, that is the ultimate goal for my clients. I don't care if you lose 20 pounds and you look like shit, but if you lose 10 pounds and look amazing, that's way more important to me. All right, this is our heavy working set. We'll see how many we can get. We got a 45 on each side. Oh, we can probably go up the next set actually. Okay, I lied. We're gonna do adductions and then we're gonna do glute kickbacks because there's some boys hogging the glute kickback machine that I want to use. So this will help you remember the difference between abduction, ABD, and add. So think add to bring together. So an adduction is the one where you start wide and bring it together, whereas an abduction is you start together and bring it open. So remember add to bring together. And so we're going to do these. Again, just to hit on like not using the scale as your only form of measure. So when I started working out, like 10 plus 12 years ago now, 11 years ago, I think I weighed about 130 pounds. I did a bunch of cardio in college. I'm doing abs, hoping I would be skinny one day. And got pretty lazy towards the end of college. And I don't think I really even worked out, even though I was getting my degree in health and wellness promotion. I know it doesn't make sense. I didn't want to be a personal trainer. I didn't have a desire to be like part of the fitness world. I actually wanted to go into like legislation and policies when it comes to health. But anyways, I was like 130 then. And now I'm sitting at around 147 probably. Well, since the last few weeks, probably 149-ish. But my body looks significantly different now than it did then. I'll throw some pictures up here. And I'm like, 15 to 20 pounds heavier and look way better. So this is why I harp so much on, particularly with clients, not just focusing on the scale. Like take progress photos, do tape measurements, get your body fat checked. All of those are other indicators that you're seeing progress. The way your clothes fits, your energy levels, all of that. The scale is just one really unimportant way to measure your progress because it can be so easily affected, right? We can fluctuate 1 to 5 pounds in a day because of what we eat, water, time of the month, hormones, stress levels, sleep, all of that affects. So, if you're on a journey and yesterday you were 143 and today you're 144, you didn't gain a weight or you didn't gain a pound of fat overnight. It's water, it's stress, it's inflammation. Like, that's what we have to understand. There's so many variables that affect weight. So, while you're on your journey, focus on all the ways to track progress. Weight is just data, it's data collection, but it's not the end all be all. So when you see someone who loses a bunch of weight in a short period of time, they didn't lose a bunch of body fat. It's a good chance they lost muscle mass, they lost water, like so many other things. And if you lose the weight slower because you're building muscle at the same time, your body is going to look so much different versus if you lost 30 pounds in like 6 months versus if you lost 30 pounds in a year, but you were strength training hard that entire time. Okay, so this is the new beautiful kickback machine. And the thing to remember with these, just like any glute exercise, you're going to flex your foot, you're going to drive through your heels. Like, you don't want to push through your toes because that's, again, putting more pressure on your knees. So we're going to take a big step in here. Remember, I'm little, so that's high for me. Heels, drive back, squeeze your glutes really hard. Let's do it from the front angle now. We added more weight. Knees come up. Maybe a little platform for short people on this. Flex the foot, drive through the heel, squeeze. Take your time on these. Do not just like swing it back as fast as you can. You're going to get so much more out of an exercise if you take your time, squeeze the muscle. Mind muscle connection, baby. All the boys are chatty Cathy's in here today. It's very unusual. All right, guys. Well, I think this is where I'm going to leave you. I'm going to finish my set of kickbacks, walk on the treadmill for like 15 minutes, and then be done for the day. I think we had a good workout together. I feel really good. So just remember, the scale doesn't mean everything. Take your time, focus on form when you're doing your exercises. And you are the only one that controls your results and your progress. So if you're making a bunch of excuses like I've been, that's on you. But you have the power to change it today. Every day is a new chance. So thanks so much for joining. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.